Thank you, Madam Speaker, to the bill. I just want to thank Representative Fahey for bringing this bill to my attention. As you know, we only get 2 bills each, and she had run out of her 2 bills, and she knew that I was passionate both about closing racial disparities and about housing. So I want to thank her as well as the other co-chief sponsors, Representative Weil, Representative Meek, and Senator Frederick, and the many sponsors who have signed on from both parties and both chambers. I, like many of you, are probably horrified to learn that this kind of language still resides in living legal documents, even though that particular phrase, the discriminatory phrase, is no longer legally enforceable because of our anti-discrimination laws, and most notably the Federal Fair Housing Act that was passed 50 years ago, 1968. It's a very poignant time to bring this bill forward. So even though it's no longer legally enforceable, it is such incredibly offensive language, and I just, I had not known that this was in there. I was horrified to find that out, and members of my committee shared similar sentiments. Some of them have had a lot more experience in real estate transactions and have seen it and have felt very squirmish about it. But for me, this was news, and I was really horrified. So I'm really glad that we can begin to make this language less pervasive in our real estate documents, that we can facilitate people getting this offensive language out of the documents that belong to their own home or any kind of property. So I'm delighted that we can do that. I know that there are some who feel like we can't erase the past, and these are reminders of where we've been, and it's a helpful reminder to know that this is what led to many of these kinds of things led to some of the disparities we face today. But for those who want to get this language out, I'm really glad that Representative Fahey has worked very closely with DOJ to ensure that there's a simplified process. I hope that you all will join me in voting yes.